you might see being very active in our chat. Feel free to participate, or comedians, feel free to ignore, because you never know what's going to come out of that. Usually something pretty funny, though.
Nancy's been quiet, though.
I was about to say, Nancy, they troll you. Just a heads up. Hi, Nancy.
Nancy's here, but she hasn't said anything yet.
All right, Nancy, we'll wait. We know it's coming.
Yeah, that's how she's going.
Nancy?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the Nancy.
It's usually a sneak attack, but she's a pretty good roaster. Never seen her face, but she's roasted the hell out of everyone.
No, yeah, everyone gets roasted by Nancy.
Everyone gets roasted. It's all fair game to Nancy. Yes, Mabel is regular too. Awesome, you guys. All right, we're going to get started. Thank you for coming to the Tiny Cupboards stand-up show on Thursday night. Pants optional. You don't have to let us know if you're wearing pants, but you don't have to be wearing them. Get comfortable, because we're going to be here for another 45 minutes. We have an awesome lineup tonight. We've got some really awesome up-and-coming comics, and we've got two comics who were here back in the way beginning when we first started doing this Zoom show in March. So this is really exciting. Tiny Cupboard is a small venue in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And like I said a few minutes ago, we are cranking out live, socially distanced, very safe shows. So if you are in Bushwick, check us out. We have some, like you said, awesome lineups coming up. We're getting some really big up and coming comedians up there. And it's also just a sick view. You get a whole view of New York while the sun is setting. So you kind of can't beat that. I'm gonna be coming over there next week and serving up some wine. Maybe drinking some wine while I'm watching. I don't know. So it's gonna be great. We have so many things going on. And I just want to kick off this show. We've got 5 comedians, and let's get right into it. Everyone, if you feel comfortable, turn on your cameras. Let us see your face. Turn on your mics. Let us hear you laugh. Get ready. Give a big round of applause for your first comedian of the night, Jessica Levin.
Yeah, Levin.
Let me unmute myself. Yeah, way to go, Levin. I'm such a pro. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, why can't people hear me? Oh, wait, let me unmute myself. Already killing it. Okay, great. So I love this, actually. This is like a dysfunctional, like, Brady Bunch. Like, if they, like, the parents, like, hoarded up and, like, went around and just, like, totally fucked whatever they saw, this is what we would get. This is awesome. I love it. Any opinion, like, this is an unemployed show. Is anybody unemployed? Don't be shy. Yeah, you? Dude. Sure. Isn't it freaking outstanding, dude? Don't let the haters get you, dude. I'm never going back. That's it. You got, like, I feel like unemployment shamers are like early morning shamers. You know what I mean? Like the friends that call you up and they're like, oh, you're not up yet? It's like, bitch, you know I'm not up yet. I got an 8-ball last night and I've been dating Sailor Jerry's mom. I mean, what the hell? Don't hate. I didn't ask you to get the kids and married in the car and the great American filled debt. You know what I mean? I'm living my best life. I'm not going back. I worked in film and TV production. Do you think I want to go, like, standing in the rain and holding an umbrella for some actress or making her bee pollen shakes? You think I want to go back to that life? Hell no.
Why not?
You know, I feel like early morning shamers are like vegans. You know what I mean? Like, they're the same kind of people. And, like, listen, vegans, I kind of get you. It's your squad that's annoying. It's kind of like, you're like the same way as like the Free Britney freaks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get the commitment, you know what I mean? But fucking writing a haiku in the key of a dolphin is going a little too far. You know what I mean? I get like not eating pigs, they're smart, or like cows, or like even veal. I get veal. I mean, taking a baby out and then like putting some mozzarella and some sort like some sauce on it, it's kind of fucked up. I mean, it's delicious, but it's really fucked up. So I get it, you know. Like turkeys and like chickens. Like, they're assholes. Like, turkeys are straight up assholes. And don't even get me started on ducks. You know what ducks do? Ducks rape ducks. It's actual fact, folks. They quit so much that, like, you know, ducks change their vagina. Like, they change their vagina. They evolve their vagina so they can't get, like, raped. You know what I'm saying? Like they made like a cul-de-sac in their so they can like get the semen in there. I mean, that's real feminism, guys. I mean, us ladies, we have a lot to live up to. If you're changing your vagina to like, you know, fight the patriarchy, that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, wokeness. Everyone's woke now. It's great. I didn't know that this was that many people sleeping. You know what I mean? But no offense, Tiffany, just because you share a James Baldwin quote and watch Ava DuVernay 13 doesn't give you a PhD in race relations. You know what I'm saying? Like just because you saw a cute say her name arts and craft project with your life right, you stick it in the window, that makes you a warrior. Okay? It makes you as basic as that Elizabeth Gilbert Eat, Pray, Love memoir bullshit. You guys know this bitch? Elizabeth Gilbert. She's a chick that wrote Eat, Pray, Love, and then Julie Roberts did a movie about it. It's like about like a rich chick from Connecticut that gets bored and leaves her husband in her like overpriced farmhouse and goes to Italy to eat some food and like India to practice Buddhism and take a Pilates class and then like bangs a dude in Indonesia. I mean, come on, dude. How original. How original was it? You know what I mean? Save your money and go to Epcot like the rest of us schmuck. You get a lot of like, you know, real thinking, soul searching shit when you're stuck behind a woman named Vicky from Strong Island with her 3 bratty ass kids for the heat of August in Florida. Okay? Let's get real here. I blacked out. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I feel like the people that like Elizabeth Gilbert and all that stuff are the same people that say sorry, not sorry. Do you know these like dumb people, these stupid people? They should step on a nail. I do not understand this phrase. Like even when I hear them say sorry, not sorry, don't you hear that voice? Sorry, not sorry. It's up there with simps. Have you guys heard this thing? It's great. It's my new favorite word. I call everyone a simp. It's like the best word on the planet. A simp is like the modern day word for a pussy, but we're getting so gender specific that we have to get a new word for a dude. It's basically a dude because he wants to get laid will say like, oh, women are the best or women should get like equal pay. It's just to get laid or laugh at a joke or in my case, not to get them beaten up. You know what I mean? But like, this is my thing. It's like, you know, some of us bitches still like our hair being pulled and being called a whore. You know what I mean? In the bedroom, we don't like, you know, not all of us want this like, you know, it's like don't paint my nails red, make my ass red. You know, we like it rough. Like look at me, I'm built like an Oakland linebacker, dude. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. Like, look at this. You know what this sounds like in sex? It sounds like a wet seal hitting a dead seal. Okay, nothing attractive about that. Okay, this whole body positivity bullshit. You know what I mean? You don't watch fat people fuck. Let's all just be honest about that. I don't watch fat people fuck. Okay, I don't want to fuck a fat dude. It's awful. It is the worst. You know, it's just like, so you know, I'm positive about that. You know. I just think it's just, you know, they're destroying my woman boner. That's all I'm saying. It's like, yeah, right too. You know? I mean, I masturbate to Mike Tyson fights, you know? Or like, I think about like Brian Dawkins, like the greatest safety from the Philadelphia Eagles, T-boning me in the end zone. You know what I mean? You know who started this shit? Drake. Drake is the godfather of simp pop. You listen to his shit, it's like, I wish I didn't go here. My girl didn't leave. Like, really, dude? Really? The guy that's in Dawson's Creek is just whining his ass off. I'm just done with it, you know? You know, I'm like, you know, like, you know what? I like sports and hip hop so much that, like, I get, like, African ancestry and manscaping ads, you know? It's like, so now I know how to shave balls and I'm aware of the Samburu tribe, you know? You know what it is? I'm just, you know what it is? I have a hard time relating to women because I'm not rapeable. You know, it's just, I don't have that fear, okay? I don't. Like, fucking and fighting are 2 of my 3 favorite things. The third one's baking. So it's like, in my car, dude, I might break your dick or like, you know, punch you in the eye or give you a chocolate chip muffin. That's my and that's it for me. I think I don't know what time I'm on, but that's all. That's all for me. Thank you guys.
Awesome, Jessica. She taught us about duck rape. Didn't know that was a thing. gosh. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for putting me on. I forgot to say thank you very much. You're
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Amy and Matt. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who have never hosted a show or never been a part of a show, we kind of reach out to people that we don't know, especially over Zoom, and I like feel super grateful when people I don't know write me back. It's a good feeling because sometimes people I do know don't write me back. So Jessica, thank you so much for being here. And guys who joined, again, we are the Tiny Cupboard in Brooklyn, and we do this show every Thursday night. We've got another interactive experience at 9:30 after this, which we have an awesome guest host tonight, Esther Chen. If you want to go on a really weird date and get asked some personal questions and get out there, this is what you need to do. Just join, give us your name, let us match you with some strangers, and get open on Zoom. We don't stream live for that because we kind of feel like, it's better kept in the Zoom room. What happens in Zoom stays in Zoom, basically. Yeah. All right, you guys, we have 4 more comics tonight. Let's give a big round of applause for our next comic, who has a beautiful skyline in his background. Quite a lovely backdrop there. Everyone give it up for this guy. He is the host of Small Town Radio podcast, Maxim Allen.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You can tell which podcast host takes his audio quality way too seriously for a Zoom mic. I gotta be real with y'all. I moved into a new apartment and the internet here sucks, so I'm doing my best. So I might freeze up, but I'm gonna try to power through, make it good, okay? No, it's funny doing this though, because like I didn't realize this show was for the Tiny Cupboard because I've been there the last 2 nights, and I was like, I got asked to do a Zoom show for this place. Like, this feels like a regression. Like, I could do comedy on a rooftop, but they're like, no, go back to in-school suspension and do comedy in your room. My mom said if I don't bomb this set, I get an Oreo. I was taking a flight back home for Thanksgiving, and I got stopped in one of those TSA body scanners. You know, one of these deals, one of these guys. And the TSA agent, he goes to me, he goes, "What's that in your pocket?" And I was like, "Dude, there's nothing in my pocket." He goes, "What's that in your pocket?" So I'm like, "Holy shit, let me feel." And I feel around, and it turned out I had forgotten my set list from the previous night. And all I could say to him was, "Oh, it's just trash." But no, I live in Brooklyn now. I've been in New York about a year. I'm originally from Denver, and when I was visiting on that trip, I was walking around downtown Denver, and it was so weird compared to Brooklyn because everything was so clean and quiet, and it smelled good. I'm looking around at these buildings in this city like, is this like one of those fake North Korean cities? Like, what's going on here? Like, I feel like what makes a city real is the contrast between like excellence and just chaos. And that's what I love about New York City. One of my favorite places here is this train station called Broadway Junction. This place is a mess, okay? And the first time I went to Broadway Junction, there's these long escalators that go up, and one of them was closed down, and at the bottom there was a ring of caution tape. And in that caution tape, there was 2 bloody handprints and just like a fistful of needles. And I was, it made me so happy. I'm like, this is why I moved here. This is that like New York chaos you can't get anywhere else. It's just so spicy. It's so good. So good. And I told that story to my coworkers, and they were like, yeah, you think that's bad? You should have been here 30 years ago. But fuck them, all right? I can't stand these native New Yorkers. They drive me crazy. They're always trying to ruin your good time. They're like, you like this place? Huh? You like this place? well, this place used to be called Rat Fuck Alley. And on the weekends, the locals would come here and they'd fuck rats and they'd listen to jazz. You know, some fucking farmer's market? What the fuck? And I'm like, so it's $2 for the cider? Is that what you're telling me? I spent all of quarantine learning photography and trying to get better because my girlfriend doesn't like it when I send her pictures of my penis yet. No, I was dating my girlfriend for 3 months before this whole thing happened. And it was crazy because our relationship was based around just going out in the city, going and doing comedy and getting food and just being a million places. And really quickly, our relationship turned into us living like retirees at 25. Like, now we're just sitting around, binging shows, cooking food, waiting for the grandkids to never call us. Fucked up, man. Fucked up. No, she does this thing. My girlfriend grinds her teeth in her sleep, okay? Which is the worst. I don't know if any of you have a partner who grinds their teeth, but it's terrible. Yeah, you guys are looking at each other like he definitely does. But, yeah, she told me, she's like, if I start grinding my teeth, just shake me and it'll switch me to snoring mode. Like, okay, easy enough. Easy enough, right? Well, no, okay, because I learned that when you shake her, when she's grinding her teeth, this is what she does. Ah! And I'm like, yo, you have a roommate, okay? You can't shout like this in the middle of the night. He's gonna think I'm attacking you. Ridiculous. It's so stupid. She also does this thing. She'll talk in her sleep sometimes. And like the best part about your partner talking in their sleep is you get to wake up in the morning and be like, yo, you'll never guess what you said in your sleep. You know? The only issue is my girlfriend's native language is Chinese. So instead of me understanding what's going on, she's just shouting in Mandarin while I'm tucked under the covers like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? Like I can't even tell her what she said. It's such a bummer. I'm on 180 days in Duolingo and I still don't know what she's yelling at me in her sleep. I'm a big fan of pickles. I love pickles. I every week I go to the farmer's market and I get a jar of like nice pickles and I savor them for the whole week. Like that's my thing. And I realized I'm kind of in an abusive relationship with spicy pickles. Like ideally when I eat a pickle, it's so spicy that I cry. But no such pickle exists. Like to me, the perfect pickle has me like sobbing uncontrollably on the toilet while I come in and out of consciousness. Like to me, the perfect pickle has me waking up on the kitchen floor with the keys to the underworld handcuffed to my wrist. Like the perfect pickle is spicy, like voting for Hillary Clinton in 2016 because your hand was forced by the DNC and then she loses anyway. When I die, I want to get shot execution style through the head. And the person holding the gun is a giant pickle in a cartoony devil costume. And right before he pulls the trigger, he leans down and whispers in my ear, "You remember 2016? And I go, "Yeah, I do." And he shoots, and as the bullet passes through my brain, I achieve a hot, briny orgasm. So... Yeah, pickles are good. Pickles are good. That's it. You guys ever see like two birds bickering on the street? You ever wonder if those birds are like a couple arguing about where to eat? Like, oh, we should eat at the park. No, we were at the park yesterday. Oh, let's go to Brooklyn. No, they've only got gluten-free. How about some spilled boba tea? No, I'm not really feeling it. You know where we should eat? You know where we haven't been in forever? I hope it's still around. We should eat at Rat Fuck Alley. All right. Thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you, Joanne, for putting me on. Thank you, Amy and Matt, for this all together. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, Matt.
Everyone give it up for Maxim.
Yay.
That is
Yeah,
Maxim's Instagram. I also put Jessica's in there earlier. I'll put all of the comedians' Instagrams in our chat at the end too, so you guys can check them out and keep up with them online. Because some people are still not going out, and which is why we're continuing to do these awesome Zoom shows. Because not everyone lives in New York. Some people like Katie and Colin live on a friggin' boat, and they need some entertainment on the boat. So we keep it on Zoom. So like I said, you guys, Tiny Cupboard is doing live shows. We are doing live stand-up shows Friday and Saturday and a couple other days, because right now we are like the #1 venue in Brooklyn for stand-up comedy. And yes, Camille, it's awesome. It's so great. We have some really, really great lineups coming up, and I think like tons of surprise shows that are going to keep happening. So keep sign up for our newsletters, and we'll email it goes out in the email what's going on this week. Nancy, you were in our email. I don't know if anyone's been keeping up with the chats, but we got a little regular we got some regulars chatting away. Nancy and Mabel and Andrew. Hey Andrew, what's going on? Did you say Shanghai dialect? Oh, that's not to me. Clearly. Oh, all right, guys. Also, Tiny Cupboard, we are a completely donation-based run organization, run by Amy and Matt, who are the tiny people in your left-hand corner, probably. They run the Tiny Cupboard. They've been putting this stuff together. So if you feel inclined, we appreciate any donations. Anything that comes in tonight will get split between everyone who puts on this show, our comedians, myself. Pay me. But we truly appreciate anything that you give and support, so we can keep putting this stuff on. And we're gonna keep right on moving. Our next girl has, her Twitter game is fire. Give it up for Alysia.
Hi, thanks you guys. Thank you. Yeah, Katie and Colin, I have been watching you the whole time. Oh, that's how rich people laugh? Cool. Notes. This is the bathroom of my parents' house. This is where I do all my comedy now because they did not give me a chair to sit in. So before quarantine, I gave myself highlights, and I was feeling a little self-conscious about it. But then the next day on the subway, a man actually rubbed his erection on my body. Ooh. And I was like, wow, these look good. But it was weird because I turned around to thank him, and his penis was out. And when I confronted him, he panicked. And he said the craziest thing I have ever heard. He said, ma'am, which is rude. He said, ma'am, this is not what you think. This is not my penis. This is a bike. Which is ridiculous. Okay, that's crazy. All right, because first of all, I know what a penis is, okay? But even if I had never seen a penis before in my life, I think it's very presumptuous of him to think I have never seen a bike before. Before I moved to New York, I used to live in Florida. Have any of you guys ever left a place because you start to fit in there? Florida's crazy. I saw, Mabel, it was Orlando actually. I saw an article about Florida the other day that said, Florida man on the run after kidnapping dolphin. And I was like, okay, I think a better headline for that article would be Florida man on the run after doing meth. Also, if it's a dolphin, that's not kidnapping, that's just fishing. So it turns out that the police are offering $38,000 in reward money for anybody with information on the dolphin. And do you guys want to guess what the penalty for kidnapping a dolphin in Florida is? $500. Okay, you guys, that's a business opportunity. You could go to Florida, kidnap a dolphin, turn yourself in. That's $37,000. You don't even have to do the math. Also, do you know what $37,000 can get you in a place like Florida? At least 2 brand new dolphins. Before quarantine, I was on dating apps. I saw this dating app called Hater. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it. It's a dating app that matches you with people based on things you both hate. Yeah, which at first I thought was brilliant. But then I realized the last thing I need is to be matched with the only other person on the planet who hates my mom as much as me. It's my dad. Right before quarantine, I matched with somebody whose little bio on their dating app just said 3 things. It said New Jersey, cocaine, and hail Satan. I was like, well, I am never going to go to New Jersey. Okay, somebody in the chat just said I'm kinky, and I'm gonna move on. Okay. I saw on the news the other day, NBC has released a statement saying they want to be the next Fox News. You guys saw that? When I saw that, I was like, oh no, a lot of brunettes are going to lose their jobs. That one's new, so that's fair. I have big boobs. I like having big boobs. I like it so much. It's almost easy to forget that they're just going to be cancer someday.
No.
Oh,
That one is very sad.
yeah.
But it is true. A lot of people had a visceral reaction to that.
Gosh.
It is true. I don't like big penises. I like small penises.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, it's true. I personally prefer a penis so small it's just a clitoris. Surprise! Tricked you with my long hair.
That's a good one.
I'm bi actually, but my parents prefer to think of it as straight.
I just caught it. All right.
Okay, that seemed more relatable than statistically seems plausible. But before, I'm still close with my boyfriend from high school, and I was catching up with him the other day, and he was telling me that he's doing this really weird thing in the bedroom with his new girlfriend where they both get very close to orgasm and then they just stop. And he was like, it's really great. We call it edging. And I was like, well, that's crazy. Because for years I was calling that sex with Mark. That was a real neat laugh from somebody. My ex is doing this other weird thing with his girlfriend where she takes a grapefruit, cuts a hole in it, and then holds it while he has sex with it.
Yeah.
Which is not natural. Okay, you guys, I'm gay, and even I was like, I don't think that's how God intended. I'm seeing somebody right now. She's Jewish, very exciting. It's my first time dating a Jewish girl. It's cool because it also means you get to date her mother. Okay, a little bit less enthusiasm from that one. Okay, I have 1 minute left. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I had to use right before quarantine. I had to use a public restroom, and as I was waiting in line, the woman in the stall in front of me came out, and she had her young son with her, and then the woman behind me in line completely freaked out. She was like, "I don't want to be in here with him. He's probably rubbing his little penis on everything." And I was like, "Ma'am, I've seen one of these on a subway before. That is a bite." All right, thank you guys so much. I'm Alysia Hush.
Whoa. See my fair share of bikes on the subway. I wish they were small. They just kind of pop up, don't they? See, that's my thing. Guys don't really have that problem. You're not going to go on a subway and no girl's going to rub up against you with her vagina. That's the, and you, I feel like the reaction might be a little different from the guy. But we have penises coming at us from everywhere all the time. We got penises, dick pics, they're virtual penises, live penises. Put your penises away. Unless we ask for it, put your penis away. That's all. You guys, I put her Instagram in there, so everyone, again, keep looking in the chat. Also, they're kind of moving fast because we got a Mabel and we got a little squabble going on in the chat with our regs here. Mabel and Nancy. Keeping it live in the chat, thank you. Pretty much roasting every single person as well as yourselves. So everyone entertained. Awesome. You guys, we have 2 more comedians left. Let's give a big round of applause for the girl with, I feel like you have the best hair in here. Everyone, I mean, I'm just looking at you and I'm just insanely jealous of those curls. Everyone give it up for Atheer Yacoub.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, I like being introduced after dick pics. It's like appropriate. Okay, who here has gotten dick pics before, ladies? Yes, everybody. I've only I wasn't planning to talk about this. I've only got like 1 dick pic in my life. This is not an invitation. I just want to throw that out there. But it was when I was 12 years old. I was on AOL Messenger, and the home of the dick pics, the original place. And I was 12. I had no idea what was going on. This guy emails me, and then he's sends me this attachment, and
Pardon?
Everyone remembers. It was this
What's the question? I'm listening to something. What's the question?
Mute yourselves.
Muted.
Oh my God. It just came out of nowhere, just like a dick pic. All right. It doesn't matter. We're going to move on. We're going to move on from the dicks. Let's talk about my religious family who I was quarantining with for 3.5 months. So I feel your pain, whoever's still home with their parents. I'm back in New York. I'm so happy. But yeah, I was, they're religious Muslims. So there was no alcohol, no, nothing, no drinking, no smoking, nothing. And so I don't know, the closest I got to drinking as my older brother would bring home a case of Budweiser, 0% alcohol. He's the only person on earth that drinks Budweiser for the taste, He's like a frat boy that found Islam. Who does that? But by week 3 with no alcohol, I was like, you know what? Let me try it. Maybe there will be a placebo effect and my brain will just think it's drunk. And so I had a few. I was like, okay, at least it tastes like alcohol sort of, or watery piss Budweiser, but it was a familiar taste, And the only thing worse than being drunk on Budweiser is staying sober on Budweiser. So I don't recommend it. Don't do that to yourself. I used to be a religious Muslim though. I used to fast for Ramadan and pray 5 times a day. And then when I was 21, I started drinking alcohol. And then I learned that in Islam, if you drink alcohol, then God doesn't accept your prayers for 40 days. And I was like, okay, well, if God isn't going to listen to my prayers because I'm drinking, obviously I have to stop praying because I'm not going to quit drinking. Right? It's like the Muslim equivalent. You can't fire me, I quit. So now I'm more, I guess, spiritual, which is kind of like declaring your major is undecided. So you can kind of go either way. I don't know. Like one thing I started doing this year is I started doing Reiki. Anyone else here? Has anyone been to a Reiki person? Or,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Some people also don't have health insurance. Okay, cool. Like, hey, let's see what the metaphysical world has to offer. I haven't seen the copay there. No, yeah, I went to a Reiki healer. If anyone doesn't know, it's like this energy person you go to and they hover their hands over you to like transfer good energy. And honestly, it works for me, but it's like $200 an hour, which is a lot of money to pay someone to not touch you. It feels good. It feels good still. But now that everything is virtual, I've been doing, I've continued to do Reiki like over FaceTime, which is cool because I can keep my spiritual connection going, but it's only as strong as my Wi-Fi. So something you have to adapt to. Let's see. I'm Arab. A lot of people, was confused about where I'm from or surprised to hear that. And someone said, "Salam, Nancy." And when people hear Arab, they don't understand. They think like they lump all Middle Easterners and Arabs into one region. They just think that we come from one place. Like I had someone tell me, they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry about what's happening in Syria. Is your family okay?" And I was like, "Well, actually, my family is Palestinian and they live in Alabama. So no, they're not okay.
Let them know.
Oh,
Not even a little bit." So.
It's worse.
You guys think that we're gonna have PTSD after the pandemic and everything? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about myself because I read this study that people from third world countries don't actually experience PTSD. And, I grew up in a war zone in Palestine, and I think it makes sense because we never got to the post-traumatic stress disorder. It was just business as usual, just OTSD, ongoing stress disorder. I think I might be immune. I don't know. Have I experienced enough trauma in my life? We'll see. So speaking of trauma, let's talk about my mom. So she's a hairstylist and she legit thinks this qualifies her to be a therapist. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. So my hair looks good.
Alysia, looks good.
Thank you. I feel like I'm being honey roasted. Thanks. I guess So when my mom found out that I was in therapy, she got offended. She's like, "Why would you talk to a therapist when you can talk to me?" And I'm like, "Well, first of all, she doesn't make me sweep the hair off the floor afterwards. And secondly, like, can you imagine like going to your mom for therapy? That's like going to your bartender to get sober. It's like, you're the reason we're in this." That's insane. And my brother, he was like venting to me when I was home, and then I was trying to convince him to go to therapy. And he's just like this really like alpha, like Arab guy, like super, like, I don't know. He's just kind of like closed off to things, to his, like, by things, I mean like emotions and feelings. And so I was like, maybe you should go to a therapist. And he was like, someone asked if my brother is hot. I think both answer, there's no good answer there, right? Okay. I need to not look at the comments. I'm getting thrown off my own timing. Okay, so my brother, I was trying to convince him to go to therapy. He was like, "What can a therapist tell me, Atheer, that I don't already know?" I'm like, "Dude, she has a PhD in psychology from Harvard and you dropped out of community college. Like basically anything she tells you is something you don't already know." I don't know. I've gotten to the point in quarantine where I'm starting to, I don't know, consider accepting arranged marriage proposals with my mom. So anyone DM my mom if you're interested. My mom would love it if I got married right now, because my whole life she's just been afraid that like I'm gonna get corrupted by guys, or they're gonna like use me for my body and take advantage of me too late. But so she always tell me this phrase. She was like, Atheer, you know how men are, like, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And I'm like, Mom, it's 2020. Like, we're drinking oat milk now. Like, nobody's buying cows. So, like, I get that Dad had to buy a cow to marry you because that's how much people cost back then. But that's how a dowry works. But it's not the same thing, okay? Not the same thing. But she would love it if I don't know, like if I got married. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll join like a dating site. I know everyone now is like virtually dating, but I'd probably join something like MuslimPeopleMeet.com because I think it'd be really cool to date an FBI agent. So we'll see. Out there, please. I'm sure you're already following me. I've been single for a while. I don't know where the light is. If anyone, how much time do I have, Joanne?
Oh, I private message 1 minute.
Oh, okay. I'm probably donezo then.
Blame
Okay.
Nancy.
Nancy, there's no light. Okay, Nancy is just like attacking me with the words, and it's like they're sweet words, but it's a lot coming at me. Okay, all right. That's the worst way. Okay, I'm gonna end on one last thing. Do I have a second? Or are you like get the hell out of here right now?
No,
okay.
no.
So I'm in my 30s. Are there any single ladies in their 30s here? Anyone else? Okay, cool. So I almost got married last year, and my friends were like, you know, at least you didn't like get divorced. At least you broke it off. And it's true because a lot of guys that I'm meeting now my age are already divorced by now in their 30s. So if I meet like a cute 29-year-old and he tells me that he's married, I'm just like, oh, it's cool. I'll wait.
Oh, wow.
Right, because like dating in your 30s, it's kind of like thrifting. Like I know I'm not gonna find anything new, but maybe I can salvage something someone else threw away. Right? It's like like what they say, like one woman's trash is another woman's trauma. So thank you. That's it for me. Appreciate you guys.
Everybody give it up for All right, her Instagram is in our chat right now. Chats are moving really fast because we got Nancy and Mabel just really going after it. I mean, your guys' typing skills are on point. If I'm gonna say something really positive here, you're very fast typers. So again, I'm gonna put all of our comedians' Instagrams in our chat at the end, so you guys can check them out. I feel like all of our comedians have been so busy. Shows are kind of starting to come back on live, like Maxim said. Live shows are happening. We're still doing Zoom ones, so it might be a little weird, but definitely keep up with everybody because everyone's really busy and just itching to get back to real live stand-up. And again, we're the Tiny Cupboard, and we work off donations, so feel free if you're inclined to donate. It keeps Amy and Matt afloat, and anything. we got a small event space that is just pumping out shows on that roof deck right now. We're trying to keep it going, you guys. We have to pay for the wine. It's really important that we have the wine, okay? And we're not going for the $3 chuck, you know. So, we have one more comedian, and I almost feel like I need to introduce her as Karen because she has been crushing the Karen character online. Everyone give a big round of applause for Camille Theobald.
Hi. I just want to make it clear that I grew up white trash poor, so I did not know what a Karen was till I moved to New York City, and I'm just enamored by their confidence and just complete no self-awareness. Like I'm just like enamored by it, so I love to make fun of them a lot. I didn't know what a Karen was until I was at a restaurant and I saw this lady like asking for the manager, and I was like, wait, restaurants have managers? What? I was like, wait, isn't that just like the best waiter? You know, like, I don't know, growing up, like no one in my family asked for a manager. Like if I was at a grocery store with my mom and they didn't give us the discount, We just used the 5-finger discount, okay, and stole that shit. That's what we did. So yeah, go to my Insta for that. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things. I've been watching a lot of movies, and I really like early 90s and 80s movies a lot. And I was watching True Lies recently, Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, and I realized Arnold Schwarzenegger has the thickest accent ever, but he always plays an all-American man. Why? Like, I can't think of any film where he was playing a guy from Austria. Like, not one. Can you guys think of one? Because I cannot. It's like True Lies, Terminator, he's obviously a robot. Kindergarten Cop, definitely an American guy. I don't know, part of me is like, when he was in the audition room, did he have like a really good American accent? Did he like really try hard? And then when he got to set, he was like, yeah, get to the top, you know, like, I don't know. It's confusing. It's interesting because like around that time, like him and Bruce Willis and that Van Damme, they were all like in all the action movies playing these like American heroes, and none of them were born in America. And honestly, it should show how like America's diverse and like is like a country of immigrants. But the problem is Republicans will never admit it. Okay. So, I didn't have AC for a whole day, and let me tell you, living in New York City with 80% humidity and no AC is a life not worth living. Okay. I went from like, oh, this is gonna be fine. I'm a summer girl. I love the heat. Yeah, now I like tanning. And then an hour later, just questioning what it would be like to jump out of a window. So I cannot handle the heat. Come to Detroit. I grew up in Utah, where it gets to like 100 and something degrees, but it's dry. There is no humidity. You do not sweat the second you walk out the door. You make it to your car and turn on the AC in there, okay? Anyways, great. These are some thoughts I've had. You know how camera adds 10 pounds? I think Zoom adds 15 pounds of desperation. Is that my only thought? I think, yep. Great. Let's move on. I am like Alysia, and I am bisexual. I, like 50% of the time I like men, 50% of the time I like to orgasm. And I recently ended up like, before the quarantine happened, I started dating a man, okay? And I became serious with this man. And when you're bisexual and you choose the side of evil, there's this feeling of guilt, It's like when you're like, I know that's better for me, but for some reason, this is who I love, okay? And I don't know why. Why are you talking about robots, Maybelline? God, we're talking about evil versus good. Okay. But I'll tell you what happened. Dating women is very hard, okay? Because I went like 25 years dating men, and they are easy, very easy. Okay, there is no skill involved getting a man in bed. And so when I started dating women, I'd like be on these dates, and I had to be charming, witty, coherent. Like there's just so much work involved. And I went on this all-female dating app because I thought, tuna melt, sir? No. Or I can't tell if that was Maybelline. I think it's a Maybelline. No. We are okay, great. Never mind. Let me just tell you that the new song WAP is not about sleeping with a man. Okay. So I went on this all-female dating app called Her, and it is not good. Okay. Don't go on it. It's supposed to be all women, but men were still there. Okay. And because they're like rats, you can't get rid of them. So, but it like suggested pickup lines, and because I'm very bad, I was not good at this. But the first line it suggested I say was, "Hey, when's the best season to wear flannel?" What? Is that a pickup line or style advice? Like what? That doesn't honestly sound like a woman talking to another woman, like hitting on a woman. That sounds like a straight guy trying to catfish lesbians. Okay. Like what is the next line? Like what is the next, like hey, scissoring, it's real, right? Anyways, okay, great. I think you guys are wonderful, and this definitely kept me from drinking too much. Love you. Okay, bye.
Everyone give it up for Camille. And give it up for all of our comedians tonight. You guys, Zoom comedy is something else. And anyone who can, it's a lot friggin' harder than you think. So give it up for our comics who are all awesome tonight. All of their Instagrams are in our chat right now. Check them out. Keep up with them. Camille has an insane amount of hysterical Karen characters that she has just been rolling out. So if you guys are bored, just start scrolling. We are the Tiny Cupboard. We've got so many shows going on. You guys sign up for our email list and we'll keep you informed of all of our virtual shows. We have a lot online that are really cool if you are not in New York, that you can participate in or just watch. And if you are Nancy and Mabel, just troll them. But if you're in Brooklyn, definitely try to come and with a mask, check out our live shows. We've got great lineups this weekend. We're gonna have some great lineups next week and next weekend, and we're just gonna keep it rolling, you guys. One day we're gonna be out of this COVID hole, and one day, y'all. I mean, it's gotta come, but until then, we're gonna keep it safe at the Tiny Cupboard. So come and hang with us. Come get drunk with me on a rooftop. I'm not hosting all of those ones. I will have some drinks. So I would love to see some of you there. And thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you next Thursday.
Yay! Thank you.
Camille's on a show. Aren't you on a show soon, Camille?
I don't know.
Had one right before this one.
Wait, I thought you were going to be on a rooftop shows or a rooftop show.
I did a couple weeks ago.
I know, I remember that.
Am I booked on another rooftop show? I don't know about.